Welcome to Vinturo. Today, we take you into the shadows of the 1990s, an era filled with JDM titans. We've all heard of the Supra, the RX-7, the Skyline. But one machine, one underrated monster, has quietly roared beneath the surface, the Mitsubishi 3000GT VR-4. A car so advanced, so powerful, and so misunderstood, that it became a legend only in whispers. But today, we bring it back to life. This is the story of the Mitsubishi 3000GT VR-4, the JDM supercar that dared to do what others couldn't. Let's rewind to the early 1990s. Japan's automotive industry was exploding with innovation. Toyota had the Supra, Mazda had the RX-7, Nissan had the Skyline GTR, Honda had the NSX. Every manufacturer was pushing the limits of performance, technology, and design. Mitsubishi wasn't about to sit this one out. So they created something ambitious. Something radical. The 3000GT wasn't just another fast car. It was a rolling tech demo, a laboratory on wheels, and in its VR-4 trim, it was an absolute beast. Under the hood sat a 3.0-liter DOHC twin-turbocharged V6 engine. This wasn't just any engine. This was the 6G72, one of Mitsubishi's most powerful and reliable power plants. The VR-4 version produced 300 horsepower and 307 pound-feet of torque. That may not sound crazy today, but back in the early 90s, that was supercar territory. 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. Quarter mile in the low 13s. All-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, electronically controlled suspension, active aerodynamics. Yes, you heard that right. The 3000GT VR-4 had active aero, a front spoiler and rear wing that adjusted automatically based on speed. This was the kind of stuff you'd expect on a Ferrari, not a Mitsubishi. It was years ahead of its time. The transmission, a 5-speed manual early on, later upgraded to a 6-speed in the final years. The AWD system ensured that every bit of power made it to the ground. While other JDM legends were tail-happy and twitchy, the 3000GT VR-4 was planted, controlled, and confident in all conditions. Let's talk looks. The 3000GT VR-4 was wide, low, and muscular. Pop-up headlights, aggressive side skirts, flared fenders, a sculpted hood with functional air vents. It looked like a Japanese Ferrari. Especially in red. The car had presence. Even parked, it looked like it was going 100 miles an hour. And those 17-inch chrome wheels. Iconic. But open the door, and the technology continues. Inside, the 3000GT VR-4 was packed. Leather seats, automatic climate control, an advanced sound system, digital display, and even an optional CD-based navigation system in the Japanese models. It had more gadgets than some German sedans of the same era. And the build quality, solid. This wasn't a stripped-down racer. It was a luxury performance machine. The car had a dual identity. It could be a smooth, comfortable grand tourer for long highway cruises. And then, with a single press of the pedal, it could turn into a snarling, turbocharged beast that left muscle cars in the dust. It was heavy, yes, tipping the scales at over 3,700 pounds. But it carried that weight with dignity. The 3000GT VR-4 also had a twin, the Dodge Stealth RT twin-turbo. Same engine, same chassis, same performance. Just a different badge and some styling tweaks. This was part of Mitsubishi's collaboration with Chrysler during the era. But here's the catch. Despite all its brilliance, the speed, the grip, the technology, the 3000GT VR-4 never quite got the recognition it deserved. It was often overshadowed by lighter, simpler JDM rivals. Enthusiasts said it was too heavy, too complex, too expensive to maintain, but in reality, the VR-4 was built for a different purpose. It wasn't a stripped-out track toy. It was a high-tech warrior, designed to offer everything in one package. The price tag reflected that. When new, the VR-4 cost more than a Toyota Supra or a Nissan 300ZX. But for that price, you were getting supercar-level features. And that scared off some buyers. It wasn't raw enough for purists, and it wasn't mainstream enough for the masses. But the real fans knew. They still do. On the road, the 3000GT VR-4 delivers a driving experience like no other. The turbos spool up with a smooth surge of power. The all-wheel drive claws into the pavement. The steering feels tight. The suspension adjusts on the fly. And that active aero, you can feel the grip as the rear wing settles into place at high speeds. It's like the car is alive, constantly adjusting, reacting, evolving with every input. Even today, driving a 3000GT VR-4 feels futuristic. And maybe that's the problem. It was too futuristic, too ambitious for its time. The kind of car that would have made sense 10 years later. And maybe that's why it faded. In 1999, Mitsubishi ended production of the 3000GT. The final models were cleaner, more refined, with a 6-speed manual and updated body lines. But by then, the market had shifted. Big, complex sports cars were falling out of favor. Simpler, lighter machines were taking over. And the VR-4 quietly disappeared. But not in the hearts of enthusiasts. Today, the 3000GT VR-4 is a collector's dream. Finding a clean, low-mileage example is rare. Prices are rising. People are starting to realize what this car truly was, a misunderstood genius. A mechanical masterpiece. A vision of the future that arrived too early. Let's talk about some numbers. In its prime, the VR-4 could out-accelerate many European sports cars. It had more technology than most luxury sedans. It could corner, grip, and cruise. And it did it all with the kind of boldness that only Mitsubishi could pull off back then. Even among JDM royalty, the 3000GT VR-4 stands out. It wasn't the most famous, but it was the most fearless. It didn't follow trends, it set them. And while it may not have earned the same pop culture fame as the Supra or Skyline, it earned something far more lasting, the respect of true car lovers. Look around the modern automotive world today. Active aero, now common. All-wheel drive in sports cars. Standard. Adaptive suspension, everywhere. But in the early 90s, only one car had all that. The Mitsubishi 3000GT VR-4. That's not coincidence. That's innovation. And the sound. That deep V6 growl. The flutter of the turbos. The mechanical whine as you shift through the gears. It's raw, mechanical music. Not synthetic. Not artificial. Just real engine noise. In your ears, in your soul. And let's not forget its looks. Even now, over 30 years later, the design turns heads. Park a 3000GT VR-4 next to a modern sports car and watch people gravitate toward it. There's something timeless about its proportions, its aggression, its aura. It's a car that asks nothing but respect, and gives back adrenaline, confidence, and joy. So what happened to Mitsubishi after that? The brand shifted toward economy cars, SUVs, and hybrids. The performance flame that once burned bright with the 3000GT, the Lancer Evolution, and the Eclipse, slowly faded. But the legacy remains, and it lives through cars like the VR-4. For those who own one today, it's more than a machine. It's a time capsule, a reminder of what cars used to be, and what they still can be. If you ever get the chance to drive a Mitsubishi 3000GT VR-4, take it. Don't just look at the spec sheet. Don't worry about the weight. Just drive it. Feel the engineering, the soul, the ambition that went into building something this bold. Because once you do, you'll understand why it's more than just a forgotten JDM legend. It's the supercar that dared to dream, and dared to deliver. This was Vinturo, and this was the story of the Mitsubishi 3000GT VR-4. Don't forget to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Vinturo for more legends reborn through storytelling. We'll see you in the next drive.